Psalm chapter 62, through the Bible. Part 4. The Triumph of Faith. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. To be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity. Psalm 62, verse 9. He has learned that one cannot trust the mob, for they are fickle. He has found that men of high degree, such as Ahithophel, are not to be trusted. They cannot be leaned upon, and this is the first thing that a new Christian must learn, not to look to men, but to God. Many new Christians have become discouraged, disappointed, and disillusioned, for they have their eyes set upon a man. A young Christian told me recently that he had gotten his eyes on a man, and it had all but made shipwreck of his faith. David knew all of the time that he could not trust men, so his faith was fixed utterly upon God. He rested upon a rock that could not be moved. Then he tells us that we cannot trust in material things either. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Psalm 62, verse 10. And now hear the conclusion. Why is it that you can trust God? God hath spoken once. Twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto God. Psalm 62, verse 11. Friend, you can trust God because He can do anything that requires power. He has all power, and He can do anything He wants to do. Power did not reside in David. He was simply a great king, because God made of him a great king. Now he has permitted men to force him to leave Jerusalem, and if it is not God's will that he return, then he will not go back. But he is resigning all to God, for He alone is the one who has all power. The mad rush to gain power is the destroying element in the world at this hour. In the effort to gain power, the bomb has been created. This form of power wreaks destruction. It is man's effort at power. But David says he has discovered that with real power there is another element that goes with it always. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. Psalm 62, verse 12. If you have power, you ought to be able to exercise mercy. David is saying that his God who can exercise power is a God who can also exercise mercy. To Zadok he said that he wanted him to take back the mercy seat and place it in the temple, for he would find mercy with God. At the very heart of Old Testament religion was the mercy seat. At the heart of the Christian faith today is mercy. Come every soul by sin oppressed, there's mercy with the Lord. I think that is what Brother George Bernard meant when he wrote, I'll cling to the old rugged cross. Mercy. Friend, let me make a suggestion. This psalm simply states this precious relationship with God. David just pours out his heart to God. He talks to God and tells him, You are my salvation. You are my rock. So many people get uptight in a prayer meeting or in a church service. They feel oppression in prayer. They want to say the right things and use the right words. Public prayer is all right, but let me suggest that you go aside and be alone with God. Perhaps you can drive along in your car, or maybe you can find a good quiet corner in a room in your home. Find a place where you can be quiet before God. Then take the lid off. There is a time to gird up your loins, and there is a time to take off your girdle and just let yourself go before God. When I was in Pasadena, a ladies' group put a shaggy rug in my study. It was the first shaggy rug I ever had, and I liked it very much. I used to get down on that rug, on my face before God, and pour my heart out to Him. It did me good, and it will do you good. It is the best tonic you could have.